absolutely ridiculous. They'll believe anything. They'll believe anything. Masks. Some people love them. Some people hate them. But today, they're going to be the topic of our No Idea segment. So once a week, we like to have a segment where we share something that we've seen that either shocked us or been a bit ridiculous, and just try and show that to people. So before we get into this, though, I want to just say that, look, masks work. I've read a lot of the studies. I've seen some that say they don't, some that say they do. But, we live in Taiwan, and it's obvious to see that masks have done something, right, Abby? They've done something.
Have something.
Sure. And I also think that not all masks are created equal.
Oh.
Yeah, if you think about it, right? Because, if a mask was made out of this material for my shirt, I don't think it would be very good.
That's not
or if it's made out of a tissue, it wouldn't be good. But I'm sure, I've heard the N95s must be fantastic.
Well, you can block more materials.
Yeah. So I think it's fair to say that some masks are better than others, but they do work, and we've seen that here because we've been able to keep COVID out.
Kept t-shirt working mask.
So shame, poor Santa even has to wear a mask this year. Mask. So shame for him, right? Okay. Right. So I don't know if you know this, but for foreigners, when we come to Taiwan, especially for me and the people that I know, when I first came here years and years ago, it was amazing to see people wearing masks. I had never seen anyone in South Africa wearing a face mask.
Oh, yeah, I've heard that because people only wear masks when they when they are sick.
Where, in Taiwan?
No, in in Western countries.
I had never ever seen anyone wear a mask except a doctor. Ever.
Really? Even in hospital, even you are sick?
Anyone. In my entire life, before I'd come here, I'd never seen a person wearing a mask that wasn't a doctor or a nurse.
Oh, right. But lots of people, even before the pandemic, lots of people wear masks in Taiwan. Yeah, when they are riding motorcycle, when they feel like a little bit comfortable.
Sure.
Or they just another co-worker next to them and they want to protect themselves, they also wear mask.
And when I asked people why this happens, and they said, look, if you're sick, you wear a mask to protect others. I actually thought that was pretty cool. It took a while to get used to seeing people wearing masks, and that one I understood. But then I'd see people walking around on the street who were definitely not sick wearing masks, and this is well before COVID. That was pretty hard to understand. But, each to their own. I'm not here to judge anybody. It's a bit strange, but sure, whatever floats your boat. But the no idea part of this is, last week I had this strange moment.
All right.
I went to have brunch at a restaurant last week Sunday.
Okay.
And when my fiance and I walked into the restaurant, I could see that the other couple we were meeting was sitting in there. And the guy wasn't wearing a mask. But when I walked in, my fiance saw this. I kind of was shocked and staggered because as we walked into the restaurant, everybody except that dude was wearing a mask. No one had food, but everybody was sitting there wearing a mask, talking to one another.
Waiting for the food.
No, they weren't even waiting for the food. I don't even think they'd ordered, but everyone was sitting there wearing a mask.
Okay.
No, I thought maybe this restaurant had some strict rule. So I started looking around, and then I saw that my friend there wasn't wearing a mask. So I thought, okay, the rule doesn't make sense. But I still was like what's going on? And my fiance saw this, and I think she realized what was going on. She could see, so she took hers off, and I took mine off. And it didn't take long before a lot more people in the restaurant also took theirs off. Yeah. But I thought to myself, wow, this is really strange because we've had to wear masks for so long. And in a lot of places, it's calmer now. You go to a lot of places, you see people not wearing them sometimes. If you go to the park, you don't have to wear one. So to see that as I walked in, it just felt really, really strange to me. It's a bit strange.
Okay, because it's a restaurant, you're ready to eat something. But everyone is wearing masks.
But they took them off pretty quickly. I think that once our table had taken them off, the other tables felt comfortable and they took them off too.
I think they are waiting for the first one to take off.
Sure. So then later on in the day, I was talking with my fiance about this, and she was saying, she told me something else, and she said, you know what? She's like, I've been going to the gym again recently. And she said, when I go there, 80% of people are wearing masks. But like, when was it? Like 2-3 weeks ago, the government said people don't need to wear masks in the
After
gym.
November 2nd, you don't have to wear.
It's been 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So I've been to the gym in the last few months.
Yeah.
I've worn a mask in the gym.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
It's really tired.
Really, really horrible.
It's really tired.
And I sweat. Like, if there was a national team for sweating, I would be the captain. Like, I really sweat. Like, when I'm finished using those machines at the gym, they're like puddles next to me. So, like, I know how uncomfortable it is to wear a mask. So, for me, what I didn't understand was, like,
how can they wear the mask?
Like, surely it's like the government said you don't have to, and the gym's not making you and forcing you. So now you're free, and you go, yes, and you're not going to wear a mask. But she said to me, no, 80% of people still wearing masks. She said she even felt bad, like self-conscious, like, is someone going to like say something to me? I couldn't understand this at all. That's my no idea thing, right? Like wow.
Okay, like last week, I went to beach. You know, beach is very open space, and what we work on the road is barely nobody there. Okay,
you're on the beach.
I'm on the beach, but they are probably
it's like empty.
It's all like empty. Okay, but there's a guy like walk through us, like walk to us, and he wear a mask.
By himself on the beach.
By himself, alone on the beach. I think, why? Because you should be like alone or by yourself, and it's really open space. You don't have to wear.
And there's no restriction now for that. Open space, you can.
Yeah, and government don't have any restriction at a time. So.
Yeah. So why was he wearing a mask?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I
maybe
don't know,
someone can help us explain this, but I've no idea why.
Because I think it's more comfortable to take off the mask when you are enjoy the wind,
you're on the beach,
air.
Right?
Yeah. So.
And I've seen people in cars driving by themselves wearing masks.
Yes.
Like, that one really gets me. Like, I don't know. Maybe if you're one of these people, please, like, I'm not trying to judge you. I just want to understand. Like drop us a comment and tell us why.
Maybe
I don't get it.
Peer pressure, because my friend say he was alone on the car driving, but you can see the car like they went through. I would say just.
It's like peer pressure at a distance through.
No. It's like when you drive a car and you see lots of people, everyone is wearing mask alone in the car. So you suddenly, what? Did I do something wrong? He told himself. So he also put the mask on.
No idea. I have absolutely no idea. That doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, you're by yourself in the car.
Alone in the car,
sure.
Yes.
And there was a restriction saying you needed to do that before. Like 2 people in the car.
But right now, things.
Which is strange because I was driving with my fiance and we had to wear masks in the car even though we sleep in the same bed. I didn't catch that. And even now, I don't catch some of the regulations. Like, so you can go to the gym and you don't need to wear a mask. But if I'm walking in the street, I need to wear a mask. Like, explain that one. I don't know. But that's not really the topic. We're talking about like this no idea stuff. I suppose that is no idea. So what is the explanation? Like, why are people wearing masks? Like, you've got to think the gym, exercising with a mask on, I'm guessing for almost everybody, that's got to be horrible.
Especially when you are doing the cardio part. It's really hard to wear a mask.
Why do you think people are doing this? Because for me, like the first time they said you don't have to wear a mask, I was like, woohoo! I took off the mask, freedom! And I'm off and doing my thing, right? Like, I don't want to wear that mask for 1 second more than I have to, especially exercising.
Because right?
Yes, I don't get it, right? It's no idea for me.
I think people feel more safe, like when they wear a mask. They think,
safe from what?
I have no idea.
Zombies?
It's I think it's mentally safe, like a safety blanket.
So we haven't had any cases in Taiwan for a long time now. I mean, we've had 1 or 2, and often it's, as we talked about in another segment, where the person kind of had asymptomatic and they caught it later. But most days for the last few weeks, it's been 0, 0, 0, 0 every day, right? Like local cases. So if you know that there are 0 cases every day, why do you need to feel safe?
they just maybe they are worried about asymmetric patient.
Asymptomatic.
Asymmetric.
Symptomatic.
Okay. Right.
That's a hard word to say, right? Yeah. Okay. So then, I mean, I had a long discussion with my fiance about this the other day, and it seems to me that what she was saying was that it's better than nothing, just in case.
Yeah, just in case. It's better than nothing.
And that's kind of where I wanted to go with this, because that to me is really bad. Because if you think about it, how many other things could you do just in case? Do people die in car accidents?
Yes.
So why don't they wear a helmet in the car? Just in case.
Oh, agree.
Yeah, we should be doing that, right?
Agree.
I mean, imagine, and when you know, coconuts are quite deadly.
They may fall.
They fall on people's heads. Like a lot of people die of coconuts. We should ban coconuts or stop people walking anywhere near their coconuts, just in case.
When people walk around across the intersection, they still might hit by the car. People shouldn't.
We shouldn't
cross the road.
So I know we were kind of joking a little bit about these things, but if you think about it, I've been affected by this because I like going to the beach. I think you do as well. A lot of beaches in Taiwan, you're not allowed to swim.
Yes.
You have to have a surfboard or a bodyboard, and there are lifeguards. And I'm sure people from other countries might find this strange, because I know that the foreigners in Taiwan do. They have lifeguards, but you can't swim. You're not allowed. And as soon as you go in the water, I mean, like, you get like waist deep, and you got this bloody guy coming, with his whistle telling you to get out of the water or to move. What's the point of going to the beach if you can't swim? What's the point of having a lifeguard if nobody's swimming?
Yeah, because maybe some accident happened before.
You're right, because I've spoken to them about this, and they said, "Oh, a while ago somebody died."
So the government will be asked by the people, say, "Hey, you have to do some action, do some restriction to protect these people, to protect this area safe." So that's why they have so much rule.
Sure. So swimming in the sea, if that's the case, you could get hurt. Rock climbing, scuba diving, jumping out of airplanes, contact sports, boxing, people die. Rugby, the sport we like playing in South Africa, people break their necks. Schoolboys break their necks.
Yes.
It's sad.
But
we don't ban these sports, right?
Everything has its risk.
Sure.
Yes.
And actually, if you think about it, some of the best things we do as humans involve a significant amount of risk. So what should we do, just in case? Ban all rock climbing?
Or they just ban all of things. People just stay home.
Sure. And you know, my problem with this is that people, I think society gets used to these ideas. You get used to doing things just in case. And the question I have for people is like, do you want to live in this kind of a world? Do you want to live in a world where you can't take risks, you can't do anything just because something might happen? And what kind of there's a word, sterile in English. Sterile. It's like before a doctor uses a knife to cut you, they clean that knife really well. They make it like 100% clean. That's like sterile. But do we really want to live in a sterile world?
Oh, you mean like an environment without any bacteria?
Sure. Maybe we should make a giant condom, a body dom. And every morning you put your body dom on, right? And you walk around all day, body dom. Like honestly, right? It just doesn't make any sense, right? And if you look at your life, I mean, I'm not saying this for everybody, but for myself, I know a lot of the best things I've ever done. I took a risk. I took a chance. Something bad might have happened. Bad things happen. We can't stop bad things from happening, but we have to find some kind of a balance.
Right? I think and people feel like they want to be in a how say 温室. You mean the flower, beautiful flower? You have to plant into in a room.
A greenhouse.
Yes, greenhouse. And you really need to take it in off, take it in good care. So I think that's what people's mind right now. Just like
body dumb. Sorry, it sounded cool. I wanted to do it again. body dumb. Sorry, I'll stop.
Because anyone really want to invent the kind of stuff.
I don't know. So again, that's just my question, right? I mean, so when you're going to the gym, if there have been 0 cases for so many days, you said people might be worried that there could be asymptomatic cases. What is the chance, even if there were a few asymptomatic cases out there, what is the chance, like 24 million people, that you are going to run into one of those people when you go to the gym? I mean, it just doesn't seem logical because, you know, people are very good at math in general. And if you look at the math, it doesn't make sense. So it seems to be this kind of like irrational fear. I've also heard some people say, the government is lying to us. And there are lots more cases, but the government's lying.
Oh, you mean
but again, there's no logic. Because
they couldn't hide it for a long time.
If there were cases and they weren't telling everybody, there'd be hotspots and the cases would start spreading and the hospitals would get full. You'd know.
Yeah, you would know.
So again, it's like logic doesn't work, but just in case.
It's fear. The fear drives people.
Yeah. So when she told me, and I like checked up with her the other day, I said, "How's the gym when you go?" She's like, "Same thing. Still 80% of people wearing masks."
Oh, really?
And I know that's gotta feel horrible, sweating. I mean, like for me, like I put that mask on, and there's like a pouch here, and it gets full of sweat, and then like move it, and the sweat drops down. It's horrible, man. Like I can't understand why anyone would go through that if they didn't have to go through it, just in case.
Just in case.
Yeah, so maybe we should make a new channel just in case, and we can show all the crazy things people do just in case, right? So, I don't know. Anyway, what do you think, right? I'd love to hear what people think. Again, I'm not trying to say anything bad about people. Like, I would love to understand, but I also think that people need to think about this because the way we behave today, other people follow that. They become these like norms, societal norms, things that people just do. So we keep doing this stuff. Where does society go? Do we one day get to a place where nobody wants to take any risks? That would be a sad day. Really, I think that would be a truly sad day.
I think it's how to find a balance between protect yourself and enjoy the life.
Sure.
How you can weigh the option and judge them.
Sure, because I mean, you can even die eating chicken. Chicken bone gets stuck in your throat. We're not stopping eating chicken, right?
Stop eating? No.
So I think balance. I agree with you wholeheartedly. Let's find balance. So, yeah.
Yeah, like okay.
Right. So to close the segment, should we let Santa with his? No, let's take the mask off. Right? Sorry, dude.
Because he wants to dance.
No body dumb for you. Right? Oh no, he's broken now. He doesn't want to dance. He doesn't dance. Well, he normally dances, but not today.
Really?
Yeah, maybe his batteries have gone flat. You know what it is? We put the mask on and he's depressed.
Oh, he's depressed?
He's depressed now. Shame he's sad. All right, so we're going to move to our next segment. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed that No Idea one. We'll try and do a new No Idea segment for you guys every week.
Yeah. See you next time. Bye.